4-minute reviews, and today's genre is sleuth, crime, murder mysteries. According to Goodreads, today's book is Agatha Christie's most controversial mystery ever because it breaks all rules of traditional mystery writing. I could not agree more. Murder of Roger Ackroyd is an absolute pioneer in the genre of unreliable narratives and sleuth detective dramas. It is the fourth in series of Hercule Poirot, who is probably the most famous private detective in literature after Sherlock Holmes. Hercule Poirot decides to retire his little grey cells and moves into a sleepy village. Events happen and he is forced out of his retirement where he must solve the mystery of Roger Ackroyd's death. Those who know of Poirot know that Detective Hastings is like his Dr. Watson, who is like the tens of Doctor Who companions, who is the expositional character. This character asks obvious questions to the geniuses, generally straight white men, to reveal what's going on inside the beautiful minds. Though Hastings is absent in this book, and Poirot must find a new associate, but who can he trust in this pool of characters who are all potential suspects? The absence of Hastings is what makes this book a masterpiece. It forces the author to come out of her comfort zone and create a completely new writing device for herself, which frankly is genius. This classic whodunit is filled with red herrings and misleading clues, though a well-read mystery geek may doubt the directions the author is trying to send us. When I first read this book, I was sure I would catch the killer right away. Now, after my second read years later, I was still surprised to find all new directions that Dame Christie tried to trap us in. The narrative style chosen for this book has an immense impact on the plot. Though narrative style is generally based on the plot, here the style is what propels the plot forward. I'm not exaggerating when I say that nearly 80% of this book becoming a masterpiece depends on the narrative style. While other mystery stories drop little breadcrumbs to the reveal in plain sight or in the background, Agatha takes it one step further. It's everywhere, it's on every page. But you have to be as efficient as the author to spot them. Now, some readers may believe that this trope or story is overdone at this point. But what you need to remember is that this book was written in 1926 and was probably the first one to do things this way. I'm very astonished that Hollywood or British cinema has not yet picked this book to make a film. The reveal is equal to, if not greater than, Knives Out. Though there was an episode of Poirot the television show based on the story, it's nothing like the source material. The story works so well because of the narrator being that particular character, the reveals coming up in unconventional ways, and most importantly, Hastings being absent from the story. All of these elements are missing from the TV episode. It's just another detective story with the two investigators being your main point of view. And frankly, it's a little boring. On a side note, a lot of my reader friends look down upon this genre and subsequently Agatha with a sense of disdain. I absolutely don't see the point. Screw high art and low art and escapist art. Art is art. Every artist is potentially magic for a reader or a viewer in this world. The most common point against Agatha is that if you've read one of her books, then you've read all of her books. I completely disagree. Granted that most of her books do fall under the umbrella of crime dramas, they're all different subgenres. I'm not denying that there might be a trope or a similar scene repeated across a couple of books, but that's completely forgivable. She has written nearly 80 books in her lifetime. The writing style is classic Agatha, which I describe as simple to read, easy to grasp, and amazingly engrossing. If you have the slightest interest in detective dramas, private investigators, sleuth, murder mysteries, crime, or stories set in the early 20th century, then you must pick up a few Agatha Christie's, and this book would be a great place to start. I rate this book 4 out of 5 stars because it was the only Agatha Christie novel to make it to the 1000 books you should read before you die. I'll come back next week with a film of this genre. Knives Out. Hi, I hope you enjoyed the video. So a couple of my videos did have an introduction saying words of Anne because that's my Instagram handle. Do follow me there if you are interested in bookish content. Subscribe or share or give it a thumbs up or thumbs down if you hated it. Thanks for watching and do come back again for my next video.